Coming to you from Studios 1162, Vantage Point starts right now.
Hello, Eagles.
And welcome to Vantage Point,
where we see
you.
I'm Cornelius Cambronero.
And I'm Tina Dang. Here's latest news.
After 2 years of high turnover, Cleveland has managed to maintain most of its staff. But next year, CHS will say farewell to some familiar faces, while some others will take on new roles next year. Here's reporter Bianca Ramirez with more on next year's staff reshuffling. Bianca?
Thanks, Cord. Multiple teachers will be taking off for maternity and paternity leave, while other teachers will be taking on new responsibilities for next year. Molly Cava, who is currently teaching pre-calculus, AP statistics, and computer science, will shift to part-time in the fall, only teaching computer science. With her reduced schedule, Cava will be able to spend more time observing other teachers, supporting other classes, and working one-on-one with students in cash.
I am choosing to go down to part-time, and part of that is to make space for Miss Komnick, who was on a one-year leave replacement and wants to come back part-time. So she's going to be able to take my part-time math, and I'll be able to stay with computer science. So it kind of works out nicely, and then Mr. Lenzo is able to stay with us too, so it's good.
Science teacher Megan Claus will become the new academic intervention specialist when she returns from maternity leave in the fall. Other staff members are also leaving Cleveland. Logan Rakard will miss first semester after his wife gives birth in late summer, but will return in February. But both academic intervention specialist Kalila Rasan and teacher Jennifer Kakuna will be leaving for positions at other schools. You can find out who else is leaving by reading this week's journal. This is Bianca Ramirez reporting for Vantage Point. Back to you.
Between 1943 and 1944, Cleveland students raised $300 to purchase a piece of land in honor of students who had died during World War II. Every Memorial Day, the school's alumni remembers those who gave their lives for this country. Here's reporter Jay Kent with more on how Cleveland's Alumni Association is trying to keep the forest relevant. Jay?
Hi, this is Jay Kent here at the Memorial Forest reporting for Cleveland Publications. We are about to get into the ceremony. The Cleveland Memorial Forest dates all the way back to World War II when schools around the country were trying to raise money to help fund the war effort. Well-funded schools raised money for a tank, a jeep, even a plane for the U.S. military. Cleveland students wanted a way to remember their classmates who lost their lives in the war, so they raised $300 to purchase 131 acres of land in Issaquah. After a bronze memorial honoring fallen soldiers was destroyed in 2014, the Alumni Association decided to raise money for a granite replacement. An anonymous donor supplied the group with more than $13,000 to cover the cost. The annual memorial hosted by the Cleveland Alumni Association featured a flyover by a vintage aircraft once used in war, a flag-folding ceremony, and a performance of taps. Seniors Jeffrey Beasley, Kamani Newton, and Derek Winston Thomas performed the flag-folding ceremony. These seniors plan on going into the military after high school.
Our class helped contribute to buying, which is unfortunate, and raise some money for it. That's about all I can say. Is you can tell I'm a man of few words, and I use them over and over again.
Although most of Cleveland's current students don't know about the forest, the Alumni Association wants to keep the memorial relevant by hosting this yearly event. This is the new monument honoring Cleveland alumni who have fought and fallen fighting in past wars. Please remember this Memorial Day to remember those who have served. This has been Jay Kent, back to the studio.
On June 8th and 13th, 9th grade humanities classes had students perform their plays in front of peers and parents. Professional actors from the Seattle Shakespeare Company worked with students on perfecting their acting skills, showing them how to stage fight scenes and make characters relatable. Freshman humanities teacher Robert Gandy played a huge part in putting the show together.
It made me realize that they have a lot of wisdom when it comes to topics like friendships, relationships, family, and I think that's really awesome. They were able to share positive messages that they've learned from their own life experience with each other.
Funding from the Seattle Education Levy made the experience possible for Cleveland ninth graders.
On June 12th, the PTSA treated the senior class to a breakfast and award ceremony. The party later moved to the University of Washington Hub, where students went bowling and played video games. More than 40 awards were handed out. Each year, the administrative team selects a student whom they feel show a commitment to Cleveland and display strong leadership. This year's Principal's Award of Merit recipient was Dakaria Heru. Other seniors earned medals for academic achievement, academic growth, leadership, and community service.
In a class of 205 students, 112 seniors have a GPA of 3.0 or higher. The class of 2017's top graduates will be recognized at an honors reception at Factory Lux from 6 to 8 p.m. The event will be invitation only. Seniors who are being recognized will be able to bring one guest.
Senior checkout day will be on Monday, June 19th. All seniors who plan on attending graduation must check out. This means if you have not turned in a lost library book, your laptop, or paid off any lunch fees, you will not be able to check out.
The class of 2017's commencement ceremony will take place Wednesday, June 21st at Memorial Stadium at 5 p.m. Seniors will need to be at the stadium by 10 a.m. for rehearsal. Then will need to be back at the stadium for the ceremony at 4 p.m. The group will gather for a class photo at 4:45 right before the ceremony starts. This will be the only chance for the class to have their picture made wearing their cap and gowns, so don't be late.
As the school year comes to an end, students should enjoy the schedule because next year, the school day will be 20 minutes longer. In the fall, schools across the district will start 10 minutes earlier and then 10 minutes later. District leaders are also voting on whether high schools should start at 9 a.m. Superintendent Laurie Nyland has committed to letting families know the outcome of that vote by June 16th. Now here's Lucas Storm with the weather.
How's it looking out there, Storm?
Thanks, Corn. It's that time of the year. Sun's out, guns out. Don't trust the sunshine, though. You know how fickle Seattle is. Don't be surprised if it rains on graduation. This is Lucas signing off behind Miss Claus's classroom. Back to Han for Squaw Sports. Hey!
I'm Han Eckelberg, and welcome to Squaw! The end is almost here, Eagles, but before we dip, let's recap the season for senior Rodolfo Baba at the tennis state tournament and the Frisbee national team over Chicago, Illinois. Let's squaw right in. Rodolfo started off strong, but came up short on his third match and ultimately finished 10th place in the state tournament. Overall, Baba was satisfied with his performance. On May 31st, the boys' ultimate Frisbee team traveled to Rockford, Illinois to compete in the High School Ultimate National Invite Tournament. The Eagles were one of the few teams from Washington, along with Metro Finals opponent Garfield High School. The Eagles finished the week with a 4-3 record, ranking them as the 7th best team in the nation. We see you, boys. Thank you all Cleveland student athletes for being committed to excellence in each sport you participate in. You guys are the reasons I have a job. Let's take a look at your some highlights. Go Eagles.
Almost there, come on. Get it up, get it up.
Go Eagles, man.
Thank you for watching Squaw Sports. It's been a pleasure serving as your sports anchor, and it's time for me to pass the squaw on to next year's team. From the sports desk in Studio 1162, it has been a great honor to fly with you guys. And to my future Eagles, always remember, 2 L's, make a W, and W stands for winner. That's you. Stay squawsome, my friends. Scene.
Well, that's a wrap for our first season. It's been a pleasure to see you from this vantage point.
Until next time, I'm Tina Dang.
And I'm Cornelius Carbonero.
Stay fly, Eagles, and keep soaring on.
Yeah, squaw, follow me!
Huh?
What's going on here? What's going on?
Sun's out, guns out, but don't trust the Seattle sun. It's fickle.
In its doors as the home of the Eagles on January 3rd, 1927. Traditions took shape in the early years when the nickname... what was I going to say? I can't remember.
Yes, you can. You can. Sí se puede. You can.
Sí se puede.
Here's reporter Ronnie Stokey with more on Cleveland's diverse knit.
Oh.
Then.
2, 1, go.
Well, that's in the books.
Yep, that was a really great show.
And Lowry came in.
Sunshine.
I experienced, no. I think.
2, 1.
Overall, talking to the many white students that I was able to interview, I was able to see how great of an experience that they've been experiencing.
We see you!
Oh, I messed up.
2, 3, 2, 1.
We see you!
2, 1.
We see you!
The staff of Cleveland Publications welcomes you to Seattle.
Squaw!